What's going on, guys? So I want to talk about the 2018 midterm election results and what does it mean for Black Americans specifically. Because, a lot of you went out to vote and there was really no Black agenda specifically for Black Americans. What I would cater to is prison reform, not criminal reform, because it's not every Black people in America that are criminals. That's an insult to Black people saying criminal reform. Prison reform, putting police officers who killed unarmed Black men, Black women, Black children, putting them behind bars, removing and maybe prosecuting these prosecutors and judges who unfairly give Black Americans 10 to 15 years for the smallest crime ever. Fair trial, fair jury, fair trial, not just one Black juror and then the other is like 10 white people and or 6 white people and it's like the six Hispanic or the rest is Hispanic or Asian. At least up to 5 Black people, and the rest could be white and Asian or anything like that. Definitely reparations, but that's not even something that they're even thinking about. Not even Democrats would even give that. Remember, Bernie Sanders said, "Oh, it's not feasible. It's not feasible." Okay. Meanwhile, you still gave the Jews reparations for something that happened in Germany. Gave Native Americans reparations. Everyone else got something except for Black Americans. So as you can see, this chart right here is the House of Representatives party seats won. Now, these screenshots that I have are coming from Stephen Colbert's show. And even though I watch him, I side eye him sometimes. Because even though he do got the Black best friend on the show who plays the drums and all that stuff, we'd be laughing at his jokes. Now, all his jokes is funny. But remember, he did throw Bill Cosby under the bus. He made little Bill Cosby jokes every time he talking about like rape or women abuse against women. So I'm just going to use this screenshot from his show, from his YouTube channel. So the House of Representatives party seats won. The Republicans are red and the Democrats are blue, of course. So the Republicans won 187 seats, and the Democrats won 220 seats. So basically, the Democrats took the House, and the Republicans still have the Senate. So with the Democrats winning the House, I believe they can open investigation on Donald Trump and all that stuff, and they could stop some of his legislation, bills, and all that stuff that he's trying to pass, to further discriminate against people. Now, I really want to know what do you guys think of what do you guys think that the Democrats are going to do for Black people, specifically Black Americans? Okay, I'm going to the next picture. So not every state I know anything about him, but in the Senate for West Virginia, Joe Manchin beat Patrick Morrisey. And Senate Tennessee, Bill Bredesen beat Marsha Blackburn. I don't know anything about them or I don't live in that state. In Senate New York, Kristen Gillibrand beat Chele Chiavaci Farley. So she's Italian or something. I don't know. I don't know any of their politics. I don't live in New York. I barely even like that state. Just their high prices for everything, the high cost of living. Of course, the only thing I know about New York is that basically they exercising gentrification right now in I think Brooklyn or Harlem, one of them right now. Raising prices. Manhattan used to be predominantly Black, but they raised prices. They got all the gangs out of there, which I'm not mad about. I'm not for gangs. And, they basically move all the Black people to Harlem and Brooklyn and all that stuff. And Bronx. So, it's predominantly Black and Hispanic. And I do hear that the Hispanics there are, like, really racist. Okay. In Senate, New Jersey, okay, it's my state, Bob Menendez. Now, I didn't hear this white Hispanic guy say anything about helping Black people or anything like that. He probably mentioned minorities, so of course he's going to look out for half of his side. That's because I'm pretty sure he's half white, half Hispanic. Maybe his father was Hispanic if he had his last name Menendez. And I really didn't hear him talk about anything for Black people or Black Americans specifically. Anything in New Jersey. And Trenton, New Jersey is not that good. Newark, New Jersey is not that good. Camden, New Jersey is still, it literally looks like it's like all homeless people living in some parts of Camden, New Jersey. Even though they do have a lot of concerts there, like, artists, and they do have a lot of sports shows like wrestling and all that stuff. Camden looked really, really trashy, like it's deserted. And there's a lot of homeless black people there just begging for money and stuff. So I didn't hear anything bombing in that had to stay about my state. Okay, Connecticut, that's right above New Jersey. Chris Murphy won over Matthew Corey. Hold on a second. Well, all right. Senate, Rhode Island, Sheldon Whitehouse, sorry, beat Bob Flanders. Senate in Vermont, Lawrence Zupan beat Bernie Sanders. Oh, here we go. Bernie Sanders beat Lawrence Zupan. I don't know how many black people are in Vermont, but do remember this was the same Bernie Sanders when running in the 2016 election, who Hillary basically undercut him and destroyed him, and who basically said, when asked about reparation for black Americans, and I said black Americans specifically, not even Haitian people of my own nationality, not Jamaicans, not Africans, not any other Caribbeans or blacks or anything like that, but black Americans, he said it's not feasible. That's Bernie Sanders. Do remind you that. And a lot of white people are for him, a lot of black people for him, and I'm asking why. Senate, Virginia, Tim Kaine beat Corey Stewart. I don't know anything about Virginia. It's the whole term Virginia's for lovers and the rally that they had last year, which caused the death of that one white lady. I forgot her name. Senate, Texas, and Ted Cruz defeated Beto O'Rourke. Why am I not surprised? This is Texas at the end of the day. This state has been a red state for the longest. So are you shocked that they actually voted for Ted Cruz, regardless of his bigotry? Oh, speaking of Ted Cruz, this was the same Ted Cruz who basically said that Botham Shin Jean, he brought death upon himself. In some words like that, he said he brought it upon himself. And he said there's two victims. So he's saying Amber Geiger was also a victim, and so was Botham Shin Jean. So he's trash. You already know where he's coming from. And he's also a Cuban, a Hispanic, or whatever, and white Hispanic. I don't know. But he's Cuban of nationality. And you know not a lot of Cubans are racist. Senate, North Dakota. Kevin Kramer, a Republican, beat Heitkamp. Senate, Minnesota. Tina Smith beat Karen Housley. There's a YouTuber I follow by the name of Lovely T. She does celebrity news. She lives in Minnesota, so I don't know if she voted for that Democrat Tina Smith, but I don't know what she's promising, if she got anything on the table for black Americans. This was one of the most anticipated one. Remember, Barack Obama was caping for this guy, and he basically speaks like Barack Obama with the pauses and all that stuff, in between. You know how Obama talk. We have to get the Republicans to the White House, and all the whatever. Ron DeSantis won. So, shocking. A lot of Hispanics voted for him, too. I wonder why. So, Andrew Gillum lost. Ron DeSantis won. Governor of Florida. Kansas Governor Laura Kelly she won the Democratic seat. She beat Chris Kobach. Now, the one thing that came out of Florida and is I think a legislation they passed for Florida. It restores the voting rights to more than 1 million former felons. So I guess that's cool. They could vote again. There's a lot of people who had criminal charges hanging over their head and they couldn't vote. Last but not least, the LGBTQ community finally, they got something out of it at least, and I'm not surprised. Anti-gay marriage county clerk Kim Davis loses re-election. I don't know what state this was in, but just know they got something out of it. Now, I want you guys to let me know in the commentary. I gave my commentary during each one of the screenshots about the states that I didn't know about, but I showed you the results. Please let me know. As black Americans, I am black. Even though I'm a different nationality, I am still black. I still concerned about what goes on with you guys. Even though a lot of Haitians don't really speak out against racism or anything like that, a lot of us just bury our head in the stand like ostriches. But I would like to put myself out there as one who speaks up for you guys. Please let me know, what did you get out of these elections? What did you get out of it? And don't give me any trickle down economics or anything like that. Tell me exactly what you got out of it. Oh, and by the way, Florida Senate Rick Scott beat Bill Nelson. And Senate Missouri Josh Hawley, Republican, defeated Claire McCaskill. Okay, so, please let me know what you think. Give me your honest opinion. If you want to criticize my opinion, that's fine. I'll respond back to you. I'll respond to most of my subscribers, even though it's only 86 of you. So, on the road to 100, please share my channel and help bring more traffic to my channel. Thank you.